Hello all. I'm reviewing or testing out rather this concealer. This is the MAC Studio Radiance concealer. I've been seeing it everywhere on my TikTok, so I thought I would get it because I need a new concealer. I'm running out of my e.l.f. I thought it was time to upgrade, so I'm gonna be trying it. I got the shade NC35. Now the claims, let's go over the claims. It says 24 luminous lift concealer. I'm filming this at 7 p.m, so I will not be testing that out today. So let me go on my internet and find out what the claims are. Now, on their website, it says, diminish the look of dark circles with our weightless radiant concealer. So the claims are weightless radiant. It takes away the look of dark circles. And it says it provides 24-hour medium buildable coverage and 90% instant hydration featuring hyaluronic acid. That's a pretty big claim, MAC. The only thing I can't test out today, because I will not be wearing my makeup for 24 hours. I have work tomorrow in the morning, okay? Is the 24-hour wear. First things first, we're going to swatch this with my old concealer. I'm going to compare the shades to my old concealer. This is the e.l.f. concealer in the shade Deep Caramel. And this is e.l.f. in the shade Deep Caramel. This is what I use for my first layer of concealer, and then I usually go in with the Too Faced Born This Way in beige, golden beige rather, and the MAC. Oh, this is a bit light. Oh, I think I got the wrong shade. I ordered this online, so let's see. Oh, it's very light. Oh no, this is more like a highlight shade for me, not a base concealer shade, which is kind of scary because I don't know, this is not gonna work. I think the shade I should have got is NC40. Even NC45 would have been a better match for me. But what's the fun in makeup if you're not gonna test it out? So I'm gonna try it. First things first, I'm gonna go in with my foundation. I start off with the Lancome Tint Idole Ultra Wear Care and Glow Foundation. I'm in the shade 45W for reference. But before that, I'm going to color correct actually. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to do one side with just the MAC concealer and then do one side with the e.l.f. and MAC, because that's what I would normally do if I got a shade this light. I'm going to only start off with one layer. Yeah, this is looking crazy already. This is not going to plan. So far, even the undertone might be off. It's very, very watery. That's what I've noticed. Like the texture is very like lightweight. It's not super creamy, which is kind of concerning to me because I like a creamy concealer. So far it's drying okay. It doesn't dry super fast. I'm gonna let this sit for a bit and just see how blending works. I'm so scared. Now this is not a life-threatening issue, but it feels like it is because I just spent my money on a concealer that might not even be, not even might not be, it's not the right shade. Let's find out. Oh no, hell to no, 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 no. Maybe I think I'm overreacting. I tend to do that a lot, but some blending is not giving coverage. Sorry. Oh Lord God. It's giving ash. Oh, maybe not too bad. Okay, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. I thought it would literally be sheer. Like, you would literally be able to see my dark circles. Maybe it's because I color corrected underneath or what. I'm not sure. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. It's not what I expect. I think the coverage is actually okay. I'm going to add another layer. And plus, I didn't put a lot on anyway. And this is not a shade that I would normally start off with anyway, so oh, maybe the coverage looks good. It looks good for the amount that I put on, because I didn't put a lot, and I usually put a lot of concealer on. If you want to do like a natural beat, I think this is good for that, and it doesn't sink into my lines. Okay, let me not go too fast. I still see like a bit of my dark circles, but I think that's just because of how much I put on. So I'm going to go in with another layer and I'm going to put a more generous amount on. Yeah, but the claim of like the hyaluronic acid, I think that's definitely a thing because this formula is not like super thick. Okay, so while I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm gonna do the other eye how I would have done it based on the shade of this concealer. I'm gonna start off with the e.l.f. concealer in the shade Deep Caramel. This is usually what I would go for a base concealer shade. You can tell the difference. This is way lighter than this, but we might even compare the coverage-ish as well. So I'm gonna let that dry and come back to blend again. I'm gonna blend out the e.l.f. side. See, this dries very quickly. It's more creamy. It's giving the same effect as this, if I'm being real. Like, it looks similar shade wise. This is the second layer I put on. One thing is, oh, this is not giving coverage, especially on my under eyes, like where I usually have my dark circles. Okay, one difference is that this doesn't settle in my crease as quickly as the e.l.f. does. It still settles, but it's not as quick as the e.l.f. The e.l.f. does it really quickly. I actually think the shade isn't too bad compared to the e.l.f. one. Like, it's giving similar shade. It's not as white as I thought it would be, which is good, which means I can still use it. However, coverage wise, maybe it's because of the shade that I picked, but I can still see my dark circles peeking through, and that's the second layer I put on. So, but then on camera, this eye looks more lifted than this eye, which is actually one of the claims that was made. They said it gives a lifted look. I don't know if you can tell. Can you tell? If you can tell, comment below. I'm actually gonna leave it like this. No, I'm not. I can't leave it like this. Sorry, I can still see my dark circles peeking through. I'm gonna do another layer of the MAC. I'm also gonna apply it here as well and see how that interacts with the e.l.f. as well. Okay, while we wait, I'm gonna bronze up my skin and add some color to my face. Okay, I'm sick and tired of letting this dry, so I'm just gonna blend it out. I'm really concerned about how this is gonna look because it's not looking good. It's not looking good. So we're just gonna blend this out. Okay. Maybe it's because I didn't set it, but blending this out has put some coverage back in my eye. Not in my eye, but like on my eye. Okay, that looks okay. I'm gonna just set this eye really quickly before it creases again and then see what happens. It doesn't look bad from afar. Okay, it doesn't look too bad. I think I just need to get used to using this concealer, but so far, I don't know. Like, it looks good on camera. It looks good in person. It looks okay in person. I have to do my whole face and then give you the verdict at the end. It looks way better. I don't know if that's because I layered it on. I think that's why I laid on a darker concealer first. It might be the shade that is the issue. Okay, the coverage on this side is better in my opinion than it was on this side. My face looks like what it normally does when I use the e.l.f. and Too Faced combo. So I'm not mad at it. Just have to finish the face and find out. I want to set the rest of my face and then come back with a verdict. So I've done my full face, and my final thoughts, okay, these are not my final thoughts, but these are my current thoughts on the matte concealer. So far, it's looking okay. Honestly, like, I don't know how to feel about it. Like, I'm confused, but like, it looks good on camera, don't get me wrong. One thing I will say, that it doesn't settle into my lines. Oh no, it does. But it's not as bad as the e.l.f. side. I feel like they look the same, low-key, but like, guys, I don't know what to feel. I don't know how to feel about this concealer. So these are my current thoughts. I genuinely don't know how to feel about this concealer. I'm gonna have to play with it a little bit more to see how I really feel, because I'm not sure if I like the formula. It's not thick enough for me. I don't like the consistency. It's too thin. I think I picked the wrong shade, but even with that, both sides look the same. So like, I think the shade is fine, like in the general scheme of things. Coverage wise, I would say, you know what, I think it actually gives coverage. It gives coverage, but this is just me being picky, but when I look in my, and I can still see my dark circles peeking out. But you know what's so interesting is I can see my dark circles peeking out more on this side than this side. But you can see right here, you can still see that like natural hollow that I have. Creases, which I think, because I have quite a few creases, every concealer that I've tried creases in that area anyway. It takes a long time to dry down, so that's something to note as well. I think that might be because of the consistency. But so far, I'm still come see come sa. I'm not really sure. If I could give it a rating out of 10, honestly, genuinely, I would say a 5. But I need to play with it more and see how I feel. And I might give an update on this concealer. Anyways, yeah, that is it for my concealer review. If you've tried this concealer, let me know what you think, how you feel about it. And if you use it in a different way, let me also know how you are using the concealer. But yeah, I don't know. I'm a bit iffy. I don't have like strong opinions on it. I just personally don't like the way I'm not a big fan of the consistency. It's too thin for my personal under eye needs. But I will play with it more and see how I feel about it and how I integrate it into my routine, because I'm on a makeup ban. So I'm not buying any more makeup till the new year. That's in 2 months, which should be good. I should be good for that. But yeah.